How are you? Good morning.
Good morning. How you doing?
I'm good. You?
I'm good. Good.
All right. So let's role play
I ring
buyers.
you.
Okay. So I'm going to be the cash buyer. Okay.
That's right.
Um,
I have already established some buyers, but I'd like to practice anyway. I'm going to be getting
okay.
into sellers here in a little bit, but moving forward, I have a list of questions that I usually go by so that I can at least stay on track.
hmm
So it usually takes about 3 to 5 minutes.
Okay. Well, yeah. Let's just wing it, right? You do your thing, and I'm just going to engage with you. I'm not going to make it super easy, but I won't make it super hard either. Okay.
Perfect.
So, all right. So what we're going to do is we're going to do cash buyer role play. I'm going to be the cash buyer. You're reaching out for the first time, and we're just going to go with it. Okay.
Sounds good.
So
Yep.
ring, ring. I'll say hello.
Hello, my name is Joe Gonzalez. I'm with Little Creek Enterprises. I've been texting you about the properties.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. How you doing?
Good, good, sir. How you doing? Hey, I haven't caught you at a bad time, have I?
No, now's good.
All right. Is it all right if I ask you a couple of questions?
Yeah. Sure.
All right. So basically, I'm gathering information regarding some buyer criteria and seeing if I could help you out. So first question is, are you a buy and hold or a fix and flip type of investor?
We do both. I do buy and
Okay.
hold, and I do fix and flip.
All right. That's great. Is there, talking about Louisiana, is there a parish or a zip code that you work with or you stay in when you invest?
I work in, multiple of the parishes. There's not, I just really, avoid kind of the real bad areas. I don't have them zip codes at hand, but kind of the super low end areas. But anything else I'm interested in buying.
Sure. So as far as like the parishes that you might radiate out from, or at least what parishes you might stick with, do you have any favorites?
Probably, I do more of my business in the Orleans parish and then
Okay.
the surrounding ones as well. So if
Okay.
it's a deal, I want to look at it.
All right. Perfect. So as far as what criteria you go by for your properties, are you a single family, multifamily? Do you do anything other than that?
I would. I do all of them. Yeah, really. Again, it just depends on the deal. I'll do single, I'll do multi. I'm always looking for a deal.
Okay, all right. As far as what's your price range? Do you have a price range on what you shoot for the for your purchases?
Yeah, normally if it's on single family, I try and keep it probably, to be all in my rehab and buy price about 200,000 is what I want to be in all in for.
Is
That's
that
kind
all
of my
cash?
max. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's cash. And then with the multis, if they're higher, then I can get hold of more money. So I'll go higher on the multis.
All right. So it sounds like you're liquid on smaller deals, 200 and under. As far as like multifamily, um, is there a cash you go with cash price as far as the higher end? For multifamilies, is there a range?
No, not really, 'cause it depends on the units and the deal. I'll just look at it and figure it out. I can get extra money. I can bring in money partners depending on how big it is and
All
how
right.
many units it is.
So I understand, yeah, as far as the deal, if it's a good deal, you'll go in, but, for a little bit, finer tuning, for the multifamilies, are you duplex, triplex, quads,
Yeah.
any and all? All right, and, so how long does it take you to close a cash deal?
Um, well, as soon as title's cleared, I can close on it.
All right, cool. And, as far as, how many properties you might, look for over a period of time, is it quarterly or it's annually? How many properties do you shoot for?
I normally take on about two or three at a time. That's kind of what I'll run at. I won't do any more than that.
Okay. And as far as when your next deal is, what are you shooting for?
Uh, if you got something for me to look at, I'll look at it right now.
All right. Hey, I forgot to ask you, let me just confirm your name, Gavin Timms, and is this
Yeah,
a good phone number to reach out to you?
it is. Yeah.
Okay, and is there an email address I might write down for you?
Yeah, gmail.com.
Okay, and as far as that goes, you know, I don't have anything for you at the moment, but as soon as I do, I'll be reaching out to you. I'm gonna send you a text message with my email on it and my
Yeah,
contact information, okay? So if I have something for you, I'll send that out to you as soon as I can. I'm gonna be heavily marketing in your area, so I'll be looking out for you, okay?
awesome. Sounds good. Appreciate it. Thanks, Joe.
All right, thank you, Gavin. Thanks for your time.
Bye bye. Okay, awesome. Good job. Well, I'm sure everyone will be clapping behind the screen. So yeah, did great. Okay, a couple of things. Um, watch your questions when I already answered about the multi that I would take anything. I'd look at individually because then you ask me again, do I want duplex, triplex, quad, multis, right? And I
Okay,
kind of already answered it. So you
I
have to
gotcha.
watch that you're not asking the same question just in a different way if it's kind of been answered, right? Because some people, I wouldn't say they get irritated, but it's like you're showing that one, you might not be listening, right? Or two, you're asking the question that he's already just answered. So you have to watch them, right? But otherwise, good job. Maybe a little bit on the front side of the positioning as well. When we first got on the call, it was a bit like it was more try and make it a bit more conversational. That makes sense.
Yep, no, it's good.
Than a pounding me with a question. Boom, boom, boom. Like if I'm like, you know what I mean? Like
I
in
understand.
interrogation kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
try and make it conversational. But again, this is just criticism to help you. You did a great job.
No,
So
I
I'm just
appreciate it, definitely.
tweaking things, right? So when you come in, and you don't need to do the company bit either, doesn't really matter because your first opener, you have to be careful, is your engagement moment, right? So when you go with, hey, this is such and such with such and such company, right? Then straight away thinking, oh, this guy's trying to sell me something, and you might lose them. Makes
So how
sense.
do you enter in on that first part?
So if this was me, let's reverse this real quick. I'm not going to go through the whole thing here, but let's just say let's just do ring ring. You answer,
Hi, it's
right?
Joe.
Hey Joe, how you doing? This is Gavin. We're just texting about that property you bought recently, 123 Main Street.
Okay.
Is now a good time?
No, it's a good time.
Okay, Joe, I just got a few questions. I'm starting to market in this area. I'm an investor myself. I'm going to be looking at picking some properties up, and I do wholesale as well. And I'm just building a list of people who are looking for properties. It sounded like from the text that's going to be you. Is that right?
Yeah, I'm interested in
Oh,
properties, whatever you have.
okay, awesome. Well, look, it's really important. I like to build a relationship and a connection with all my buyers because I don't want to be wasting your time, right? I understand that your time's important. You get a lot of probably people reaching out that haven't got deals, etc. So I just want to kind of find out what you're looking for. So I'm just going to ask you a few questions. Cool.
I appreciate it.
Okay, so just off role playing, it was a bit more conversational, and I'm just positioning what I'm gonna be happening,
All
right?
right.
And then I can go in and start asking them questions, right? But I've kind of set myself up. I didn't need to say, about the company or anything like that. It's
Okay.
just me to you, just looking for deals, just like you. Oh, basically, makes sense.
So two things. I was asking if they were an investor right off the bat, just so that I didn't, go into the questions if they weren't. But I suppose that if you have that, if they're calling you back and say, I'm interested in what properties you have, then definitely they're an
I
investor.
mean,
So,
normally, yeah, they're looking at what yeah, normally, yeah.
and then as far as letting them know where I'm from or where I live, I had one guy saying that he wanted nothing to do with anybody that wasn't local. So how do I kind of incorporate that, as far as the conversation?
Yeah, well, you could say that you have people on the ground that you work with.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, so you could just say, "No, I understand, but I have people on the ground that I work with." So, and then go into that.
Okay.
Makes sense.
Cool.
But I think good job. I mean, again, just tweaking a few things there. Just what's your questions that you're not asking the same question if you already got the answer, number one. Number two, just try and make it a little more conversational, and try and get me and this will come with time and you getting comfortable as well, right? So it could be, for instance, how many properties have you bought, recently? You asked me about the parishes, which was good. Like, do you buy in multiple counties? Like, how does that look like? How many are you buying? I mean, they're all great questions. So you did great.
Hey, just one last thing, as far as like what they're looking for as far as profit goes. Is that something we don't even need to talk about right now?
No, not really, because everyone's going to be different and they all want it as low as they can,
Of
right?
course.
So
Yep.
what you could do is, it's one of them because it shows like you don't really know. It's a difficult one to bring up. It's one that you want to find out, but it might be one that you find out on the second call. It just depends on how the conversation's going. If they're very chatty and they're engaging and they're kind of just spieling the stuff out, then absolutely you can go. But if you're getting like the cold shoulder, one word answer, doesn't really want to be talking with you, then he's not the guy or gal to be going there yet. Right.
Perfect. I
So
understand.
if they're engaging with you and they're kind of chatting and they're talking a lot and they're just spieling out information, you could say, well, look, what do you normally buy at? Like, let's say something's worth 200 grand. Are you looking at kind of like buying at 70, 75% of that? Minus your rehab costs, is that kind of something you're at? And they go, oh, I want it at 60%. Or, oh, yeah, absolutely. If you could get that out, I want to see it. So you start to gauge that in that conversation. But I think there's a time and a place when that comes up.
Okay.
Because a lot of these people are getting called, right? So you've got to try and break that down. And that's why I go with, look, I'm not trying to waste your time. I'm trying to bring you a deal. That's all. I need to know what you're looking for. That's why I'm asking you these questions. I'm not asking it for the sake of it.
All right.
Makes sense?
Yeah.
Awesome. Does that help?
Yeah, for sure. Thank you.
Good job. All right, bud. Appreciate it.